Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Truman. And who in the world thought it would be a good idea for Dixie D'Amelio to host a late-night style talk show? Because whoever it was, fire them. I don't care what they work as, and honestly, I don't really even care if they have a job. Fire them. As you've probably picked up on from the title, or the thumbnail, or the intro, Dixie D'Amelio, possibly the person with the most boring personality on the worst platform, has a talk show now. One of the first things you may be wondering when you hear that Dixie D'Amelio got her own show is like, which network or streaming platform is it on? And to answer that question, none. It's on YouTube. And it's not like a YouTube original series or even just like a series of videos that somebody makes on their own and calls a show. It's a series of professionally produced YouTube videos. And somehow they're still bad. Quick side note, the production company of this show, Black Street Entertainment, doesn't even mention it on their website, despite only even mentioning 8 productions. So that should give you some insight on how bad the show really is. I unfortunately found out about this show when I saw a video on my YouTube recommendations posted by Dixie D'Amelio titled, "I Finally Got My Own Show." And I was surprised to find out that no, she didn't. Even if you want to call these overproduced YouTube videos a show, the first video in the series was posted 8 months ago, so the statement, "I finally got my own show," really just doesn't make any sense. But I am really happy that Dixie D'Amelio finally got her very own show on the first episode of season 2 of her show that she's had for 8 months. Anyways, I'm of course very confident that Dixie D'Amelio, one of the most popular creators on a platform notorious for it being really easy to get popular doing uncreative things, will be able to host a funny talk show that's interesting and fun to watch.
Welcome to the early late night show. Here's your host, Dixie D'Amelio.
Thanks, Jim. Hey guys, I'm Dixie D'Amelio, and this is my talk show, the early late night show, and welcome to season 2. But first, let's check out season 1.
Okay, so like she said, before everything gets started, there's a little recap of the last season, and you're able to see some of the guests they've been able to get on the show. You know, you've got one of her friends, Addison Rae, another one of her friends, Little Huddy, her sister, random TikTok e-boy, and also Trippy Red for some reason. I'm curious how much he was paid to be there.
We've come a long way since season 1, and I am so excited for this first guest who can tell you what I've been doing these past couple months when I haven't been doing the show. And I'm so excited and proud to announce the first guest of season 2, Dixie D'Amelio.
Oh, she's interviewing herself. How quirky. I think maybe her thought process when she conjured up this idea was that it'd be a fun idea because people haven't done it before. But maybe there's a reason that people haven't done it before.
Of course. So last year my team reached out a bunch of times, sent emails, calls, trying to get you on the show. But I really couldn't get anything in return, and I was just wondering if you heard about that.
Yeah, they also added a ton of these stock crowd reaction sound effects in post, and it gets really distracting. Like, I'd understand maybe if there was just some cheering when the host gets introduced, and like maybe when a guest comes on and whatever, but there's just so much throughout the entire video.
And I was just wondering if you heard about that or just your team. Yeah, I was a little busy. So what do you have going on these days?
Oh, why'd they write that? I mean, obviously it was meant to be funny because they added a laugh track, but no.
I've been working a lot on music, which I'm having so much fun with. I've been...
What? That's not how humans engage in conversation. Maybe that's just how TikTokers talk to people. Or maybe she had a malfunction. She fucking short-circuited. So yeah, recently I've been really passionate about music and art and stuff. And with the stay-at-home orders and quarantine and whatnot, I've just had a lot of extra time to be myself and do my own thing. Are you okay? Oh, she's just low on battery. Can somebody plug Dixie in?
So we can't get too far into this interview without talking about Noah Beck. He is so hot. How did you end up with him? Oh, all right. Yeah, today, we've been dating for 6 months. I see him on the internet and he looks like an angel and so romantic. Is that real or is that just an online thing? He's very romantic and kind of caused me to be a little more romantic, which wasn't usually like me, so it's really nice getting to open up. And so last season on your show...
Did you just cut herself off? I think being in a relationship with Noah has helped me become more romantic, come out of my shell a little bit, and honestly, overall just become a better... Sorry, who? Noah Beck. Asked. Anyways, I heard you guys did like a lie detector test or something, and honestly, that sounds a lot more interesting than your relationship. So let's just talk about that for a little bit.
So last season on your show, you did a lie detector test with Noah. Oh yes. There were a lot of comments saying that you were mean, disgusting, rude, an awful person, horrible. Do you have any comments on that? So that's why I think I came off a little rude in the lie detector test.
To me, that seemed like she was addressing some flack that she got for being rude in the lie detector test. And honestly, I don't really have a problem with this. It just seems so passive-aggressive to do it on her own show while she's interviewing herself. Like, you can just talk to your fans. That's pretty much one of the main things about being an influencer. Talking to your fans.
So you're doing music now, I see, which is very exciting. Would you like to perform a little something? We have a stage over there. We can get you a mic. I didn't prepare anything, actually. That's so funny.
Yes, Dixie D'Amelio, that is so funny because I am 9 years old and also I'm your biggest fan and I love you so much, #Slay Queen.
But no, I didn't prepare anything. Oh, well, I sing myself a little if you want to hear something. I'm okay. Sometimes I don't want to be happy. That was really good. Thanks, I know.
What can I even say about that? I mean, first off, was it good? Like, it's clear that that wasn't recorded with the rest of the show and it was lip-synced, but even so, her voice cracked while she was singing. Now, I won't pretend like I'm some sort of singing expert or anything because I can't even sing myself, but something tells me that a voice crack isn't a good thing to do. And second of all, why did it cut to her sister in the same seat that she was in? I assume it was supposed to be some sort of joke, but I have no clue what was supposed to be funny about it. So the next bit is about her music career. And then they talk a little bit about her Kids' Choice Awards appearance, and after that they talk about her family's new Hulu series. And yeah, this concept's pretty narcissistic. What's more self-centered than making a 14-minute video where all you do is talk to yourself about your accomplishments? It almost reminds me of another influencer's talk show.
I actually just changed my Instagram handle to @Lily. That's right, just Lily. I'm famous.
So you mentioned you have a new season of your talk show coming out. Did you ever think it would get this big with new set and cameras? Well, no, because we started this in our living room.
Okay, this is getting too meta. The host is talking about how the guests mentioned that the show they're both currently on is getting a second season, which they're currently filming. Throw in the fact that both the host and the guests are the same person, and you've got yourself a hearty portion of complete and utter confusion.
Anyways, can you tell me what guests are gonna be on, or is that like a big secret?
What was so funny? What made her laugh that much? What warranted that reaction out of Dixie? What the fuck?
First lineup is me, obviously, Charlie, Hailey Bieber, which is insane, Dave Portnoy, Noah Beck, and 24K Golden.
At first, this may seem like a pretty mediocre lineup, but when you really think about it, it's not mediocre. It's actually worse. This is because of the fact that out of the 5 guests that aren't literally her, 2 of them, her sister Charlie and Noah Beck, have already been on the show for a total of 3 appearances between the 2 of them.
If you could have one guest on your show this year, who would it be? I think it would be really cool to have Jimmy Fallon on the show, just because as a young female who is trying to be in the talk show biz and make it more fun and young, it'd be cool to talk to him and know more about him and get some advice. So you're saying his show's outdated? It's definitely not for kids my age. They have some exciting segments, but obviously a show that's doing 4 times better than him on YouTube might want to chat.
I'll preface this commentary section, or whatever you want to call it, by saying that I don't watch Jimmy Fallon, and I wouldn't even say I necessarily like his show, but I can say with near certainty that The Tonight Show is better than Dixie's show, and also Dixie's show isn't doing 4 times better than it.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm so excited for season 2 of this show.
Yeah, I don't like this show. I'm not sure if you could tell already, but yeah, not a fan. All in all, the show isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I know, shocker. No, honestly, if Dixie really does want to pursue the talk show biz or whatever, then more power to her. It would be pretty cool to see more women in the late night scene, as long as they're good at what they do. That being said, if she really does want to do this, I hope she can make her show not bad. And yeah, that's the video. Like the video if you like the video, comment down below if you have something to say, and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Anyways, I'm of course very confident that anyways.